Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game from the 2016 Minnesota Twins replay using Strat Advanced on the TribeFan 879 YouTube channel. Today is game 119 between the visiting Minnesota Twins and the home team Atlanta Braves. Today's pitching matchup will be Ervin Santana for the Twins and Joel De La Cruz for the Braves. And we'll just get started here as De La Cruz has finished his warm-up tosses. And leading off for the Twins and playing second base is Brian Dozier. 6'9", and Dozier hits one deep. It's over the outfielder's head. Will it go over the wall? No, it is a 16. That is a leadoff double for Brian Dozier as he smacks one off the wall. And the Twins have a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Jorge Polanco. And they will hold Dozier on with Pierzynski not having a great arm. Let's see here. For Dozier to steal third, we're not going to... 10... Let's see. He's... 10 minus 2 for being an A stealer. And he'd be 50-50 to steal third. Ooh, I'd have to think about that one for a minute. All right, here's Jorge Polanco. 6'10", lefty. That's a shallow fly ball to center field. And running in and catching it is Ender Enciarte, and that's the first out. And Dozier will scamper back to second. And here is Joe Mauer, the first baseman. Polanco playing shortstop today. Here's Joe Mauer, the first baseman today, seeing we're in National League Park. There is no DH. 4-10, fly ball, right field B. Do I want to play with that rule? No, I don't think I do. I think that's only super advanced that you can do the right field. I think it's only right field B question mark. All right, so fly ball to right. And there are two down for the third baseman today, Trevor Plouffe. Another 4-10, another fly ball to an outfielder. This time to the left fielder, and all three outfielders make an out, or record an out, in the top half of the first. The Twins leave a runner on second, so the Twins do not score on one hit. All right, oops. And, okay, here's the all right, leading off for the Braves today is the center fielder Ender Enciarte. 4-4 against the lefty. That's a shallow fly ball to right. That's caught by Max Kepler. And now batting the shortstop, Chase Darnaud, whose brother Travis is a catcher in 2016, I believe, for the Mets. 3-7 against a righty. That's a fly ball to medium deep center field. Not really deep. That's caught by Rosario. There are two away in the bottom of the first, and there is no score in the game. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. 1-9, and Freeman just missed a home run ball, hit one foul, and then swings at another pitch and misses, and that's strike three. So the Braves go down in order here in the bottom half of the first, and going into the second, there is no score. All right, and De La Cruz will face Kepler, Suzuki, and Rosario. Kepler is playing right field today. 3-6 against a righty. That's a ground ball to Jace Peterson. Throws to first, and that's one away. And here is the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. 1-10. That's a ground ball again to Peterson. Over to Freeman. That's two away here in the top half of the second with no score. And here's Eddie Rosario, 2-6. And he goes swinging at the knee cheese. So the Twins go 1-2-3 here in the top half of the second. And we go to the bottom half of the second, no score. All right, and Ervin Santana will face Matt Kemp, Nick Markakis, and Adonis Garcia here in the bottom half of the second inning. Kemp is playing left field today in what would be his short term with the Braves. I think it was only 1 year. 6-9 against a righty, and that's a strikeout. So 2 in a row for Ervin Santana, who I believe just signed a minor league deal with the Mets. There's Markakis, 4-6 against the lefty. That's a high pop-up. Dozier calls for it and makes the catch, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the second. And here is our Adonis Garcia playing third base. 3-7, that's a ground ball to Dozier. Over to first, and the Braves go 1-2-3 again here in the second inning. And we go to the top of the third, no score. All right, and De La Cruz will face Grossman, Santana, and Dozier. That's Ervin Santana today, not Danny Santana. So Robbie Grossman playing left field today. 6-5 against the lefty. That's a tall pop-up. Peterson calls for it and makes the catch, and that's 1 away. And here is Ervin Santana batting right-handed against De La Cruz. 4-3. and of course Santana has weak power because he didn't really hit. But 1-18 is a base hit. And Ervin Santana smacks a single into left field. And the Twins have a 1-out base runner. So Santana is saying, hey, I'm not weak here. All right, and here's Brian Dozier. Runner on with 1 out. 2-10. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. His only play is to first. And that allows Santana to move into scoring position with 2 outs. And that brings up Jorge Polanco. 2-7. That's a ground ball to Peterson. Over to Freeman. And once again, the Twins leave a runner on second. And we go to the bottom half of the third inning with no score. All right. And the Santana will be facing the bottom third of the order. And that will be Jace Peterson playing second base today. 5-12. That's the Dozier at second. He is a 2. That is an 8. And that is out of range. He is an E8. So that will be a 5-11. Oh, and he just makes the play. Diving for it. Throws to first. And he just gets Peterson at first by half a step. And here's the catcher, A.J. Pierzynski. 6-5. And Pierzynski hits one into the gap. Doesn't have enough to get over. He's weak power, so no, it will not. And probably the better result of the two. So that's a base hit for Pierzynski. And they will bring the corners in, expecting a bunt, and that's exactly what will happen. So, D-bunter for De La Cruz. D and a 9. Batter is safe. Lead runner is thrown out by the catcher. So, Suzuki gets out in front, throws to second, fielded by the shortstop, but they do not get De La Cruz at first. So, fielder's choice for De La Cruz, and he's on first with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third with no score. 1-10, that's a pop-up to short, and the Braves leave 1, and we go to the top half of the fourth, no score. Okay, and that brings up Joe Mauer. He flew out the right field his first time up. 6 6 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to... no, that's to Peterson, who has made 3 straight plays and 3 straight assists, I should say, at second base. So they're picking on him today. Here's Trevor Plouffe. Flew out the left his first time up, 3-8. And he'll pick on the center fielder. That's Inciarte. He ranges over and makes the catch for the second out here in the top half of the fourth with no score. 1-10. And that's a ground ball to Peterson again. So he has assisted on 4 of the last 5 outs as the Twins go in order here in the fourth. And we go to the bottom of the fifth with no score, or bottom of the fourth with no score, I should say. And here is Chase Darnode. Five, 4. That's to the catcher Suzuki. 4 and a 5 is probably going to be a pop-up and a pass ball. 5, wild pitch and a pop-up. So ball gets by him. With nobody on, don't mean anything. So, but the next pitch, he pops it up right to Suzuki. He squeezes it for the first out. And here is Freddie Freeman, the first baseman. 2-5, and Freeman goes down swinging for the second time today. And here is Matt Kemp, the right fielder. He struck out his first time up. 1-8, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. And we go to the top half of the fifth with no score. So I don't know if the players have early dinner reservations or not, but they're sort of playing like they are. And here is De La Cruz. This is his point of weakness inning, but the way he's rolling along, it might not matter. 3-9, that's a pop-up to short. And here is Rosario. 6-8, and that's going to get down. Well, that goes down the... or that splits the gap. Will Rosario take third? No, he will stop at second. So a 1-out double by Eddie Rosario. And that brings up Robbie Grossman. Okay, if they were 2 outs, I would think about this. No, so they will pitch to Grossman with the pitcher on deck. 1-6, and that's ball 4. So De La Cruz has run into a little bit of problems here, and they will bring the corners in, and Santana now will be a debunter. So we will break out the sacrifice chart. Probably not going to be very good, but we'll see. Oh, that's a little bit better. D and a 4, and Santana has done his JOB. That is batter thrown out by pitcher, so we'll call that 1-4. Rosario goes to third, and Grossman goes to second, and is up to Brian Dozier to pick up the runners left on base here. And here he is for 8, 10% double chance. That's a 20, and that's a fly ball to center field. And once again, the Twins threaten but do not score as they leave 2 on 1 base hit. And we go to the bottom half of the fifth with no score. And we will let De La Cruz come up, because at least pitch the next inning, as he will be probably due up in the 6th or 7th inning. Maybe the 6th, who knows. But they will at least get somebody loosening in the pen in case this is a longer inning. 5-8, that goes to the second baseman. That's Dozier. That is out of range. He will need a 5-12, I think it was. 5-11. And that's a good play. So Markakis grounds one into the hole. Dozier ranges over, gets it, throws to Mauer, and that's one away. And here is Adonis Garcia for 8, and that's a ground ball to Plouffe over to Mauer, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And here is Jace Peterson, and that's a 6-6 against a lefty, and that's a base hit to right field. So Peterson gets on, and they will intentionally walk. Ooh, dude, here's strategy time. Do you intentionally walk to get to the pitcher? I would say yes. So they will put up the 4-finger sign to Pierzynski with 2 outs, and that'll force the manager to call his hand, and they will bring up a pinch hitter. So De La Cruz, who had a rough top half of the 5th, and we will have Eric Ibar. No, we don't want him because we may need him for shortstop. It's actually better. We're going to have Gordon Beckham pinch hit for De La Cruz. So, pinch hit in 5th. All right, so they will get somebody listening. They will probably get, they will have, he's more of a right-hand specialist. He's a long guy. They will have Eric O'Flaherty loosening and Jose Ramirez, not the hitter for the Indians, but they will have, they'll go with Eric O'Flaherty to relieve him. So De La Cruz gets lifted for a pinch hitter, Gordon Beckham, with 2 out and 2 on. And a key situation here, will this come up smelling like roses for... Yes, it will. So he grounds out to 3rd, and that ends the inning. So roll the dice walking the 8th place hitter, but knowing that they probably wanted to use a pinch hitter, and they did. So after 5 complete, it is the Twins nothing and the Braves nothing, and they will bring in Eric O'Flaherty to relieve for De La Cruz. So, doot and doot. Okay. All right, so let me put him in. Flaherty. So I'll just put like a 1 there. All right. Here's Jorge Polanco. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, 6-10 against a righty, and that's a walk. So, O'Flaherty not doing so well. And here's against Joe Mauer with a runner on first. They're going to hold him on. And the Twins are going to say, if you're going to hold him on, then we will throw on the hit and run. Mauer will be an A hit and run. A 9 is probably going to be not so great. Ground ball, shortstop, goes to second for 1. However, Mauer beats out the relay, and that kind of went by the wayside there. And here is Trevor Plouffe. Let me find my lead die here. There it is. All right, so runner on first with 1 out. 3-7, and that is, against the left-hander, that's a 1-10. Doesn't have the distance down the line. And that ball is gone. Trevor Plouffe has just put the Twins up 2-0. And looks like the Twins pushing the action has paid off. And here is Max Kepler. 1-3, and uh-oh, that hits him, and there is warnings being put out, and they will have they will have Mauricio Cabrera and Jason Hirsch loosening in the pen. So, in fact, he's not at his point of weakness yet, but he's getting in there. So he is at 2. All right, here's Kurt Suzuki. 1-3 against the lefty, and that's a base hit. Kepler will hit second. He was being held on. I didn't say he was. They're holding on all C runners, C Steelers. So that's 13. And that's the center field, which is NCRT is a -3. So they'll put up the stop sign at 1-12. And that'll do it for whatchamacallit. That'll do it for O'Flaherty. And okay, they will go with Mauricio well, maybe they will. All right, well, there is kind of the little one column there, but hey, well, they'll go to the right-hander, Jose Ramirez. And not so good for Eric O'Flaherty here. He goes a third of an inning and gives up 2 runs. So they've made the pitching change to Jose Ramirez, the right-hander against the lefty Rosario. 5-10. Whew, that's a fly ball. That is caught down the right field line, and all runners will hold. And here he is against Robbie Grossman. That's 2 away in the inning. 1-7 against the righty, and he got him. So Jose Ramirez comes in and gets the final 2 outs here in the 6th. But a 2-run homer by Trevor Plouffe off of Eric O'Flaherty. And after 5.5, it is the Twins 2 and the Braves nothing. And Santana will come out for the 6th. Now, this is his point of weakness. 1-8. That's a ground ball to the shortstop with Ender Inciarte at the plate. And that's 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Or bottom of the 6th, sorry. And here's Chase Darno, 2-5. Base hit into the hole between short and third. And they will hold him on for sure, as he will be a 1-12, I believe. Yeah. All right, so they're holding him on. Here's Freddie Freeman. 6-11, lefty. Ooh, that's a fly ball to center field. That is caught by Rosario. Against a righty, that would have been a double play. So here is Matt Kemp. 5-3, right back to the box. Santana is a 2. It's on the high end. Okay, that's out of range. So he is an E8 for a pitcher. He will need to roll a 5-10. So he's actually one of the better fielders. That's a 9. That'll take care of business there. And Santana gets through the 6th. And now they have a decision to make. Are they going to let him hit? He's pitched pretty well. And you know what? Paul Molitor says we're 18 games under 500. Go out there and hit, kid. Let's see here. So Santana is a right-handed batter. So we will bring in we'll have Ian Kroll come in and pitch the bottom half of the... Actually, this will be the top half of the 7th inning. Sorry, my bad. So Kroll will now come in for... All right, and here is Ervin Santana, 1 for 1 on the day with a sacrifice bunt. So not only has he pitched well, he's done what they needed to at the plate. 4-8, and he goes down swinging against Kroll. So, and here is Brian Dozier. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a leadoff double. 2-2 against a lefty. That's a walk. So, and Dozier is an A stealer. That's 1-15, and he will take off. The throw to second, he is safe. That's a 9, and Dozier has stolen second base. And here is Jorge Polanco, runner on second with 1 out. 1-8. Ooh, that he goes down on strikes. So 2 away here in the top half of the 7th. And that's Joe Mauer. 3-7 against the lefty. Ground ball to first. Freeman takes it to the bag himself, and that retires the side here in the top of the 7th. So the Twins leave a runner on second and do not score. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th with the Twins leading 2-0. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Braves. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, so here's Nick Markakis against Ervin Santana. 5-8, that's to Dozier. He is a 2. And that's a 5. I believe that's good enough. Yes, it is. So Dozier ranges over, throws to first, and he gets him. And here is Adonis Garcia. 5-6, and that's a ground ball to Polanco. Over to Mauer, and that's 2 away here in the 7th inning. And here is Jace Peterson, 1 for 2 on the day. 5-6 against the lefty. That's a fly ball to medium deep. Left, Kepler ranges over, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Ervin Santana. And after 7 complete, it is the Twins 2 and the Braves nothing. Let's see. Kroll in a full inning, so I don't think we're going to have him come out. Woof. Let's see here. We're probably going to have a double switch. All right, so we are going to have a double switch. Mauricio Cabrera, we're going to have Eric Ibar come in, and then we're going to double switch with the pitcher. So batting in the 9th spot and playing second base will be Eric Ibar. It's not that bad. He's a higher air rating, but he's the same range. 41. And the pitcher spot will hit in the 9th spot, so I'll just mark that off there. So we will have Ian, no, we will not have, Chaz Rowe will come in. Actually, no, we're going to have Mauricio Cabrera. Sorry, Mauricio Cabrera will come in. So, Cabrera. Pitching in the 8th. Okay, so Cabrera will face, whatchamacallit, he will face Plouffe, Kepler, and Suzuki. Okay, and then Ibar will bat 9th, and then the pitcher spot will be the 7th spot in the order. So, all right, now that we've got the particulars taken care of here, let's play some ball. All right, so Mauricio Cabrera will face Plouffe. Kepler and Suzuki, and Trevor Plouffe has been the offensive star today with his 2-run homer in the 6th inning. 6-12, that's a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Darnaud over to Freeman, that's 1 away. And here is Max Kepler. 4-4, that's the catcher X, that's Pierzynski, he's a 4. Not going to really matter with runners on base. 4 and a 1. That's lets one go to the backstop, but with nobody on, it doesn't matter. Next pitch is foul, is hitting a foul territory. Pierzynski throws the mask off, puts it away for the 2nd out here in the top of the 8th, with the Twins leading 2-0. And here's Kurt Suzuki, 4-5, and he rips a single up the middle. So Suzuki is 2 for 4 on the day, and that brings up Eddie Rosario with 2 outs and a runner on first. 6-12, and he goes down swinging. So Cabrera has done his JOB here in the 8th inning. And with going into the bottom half of the 8th, it is the Twins 2 and the Braves nothing, and Santana will come out until he gives up his requisite 3. We're going to keep trotting him out. So here's Pierzynski, and then Ibar, and then Inciarte. 2-10. Fly ball to left field. That's put away by Grossman, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And here is Eric Ibar. 4-5. Against the lefty. That's a fly ball to center field. That is Rosario. He puts it away, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And we will have, here's Ender Inciarte with 2 outs and nobody on in a 2-0 Twins lead. 3-8, and that's a base hit. And Chase Darnaud, I'm on the bench, so I can't pinch hit for him. But, all right, so Darnaud is up with 2 outs and a runner on first. 6-5. And he is weak against all pitchers. Woof. So this would have been a 1-11 home run chance, and that's a single, and that puts runners on first and third. And the Twins will get action in the bullpen, and they might think about doing a double switch. Let's see here. Darnaud just got a base hit. Freeman's a lefty. So no Tonkin. And you know what? They're going to make the move. And they will let Taylor Rogers come in to try to get the final out of the 7th. So Ervin Santana gets high fives throughout the dugout. Actually, they will make a double switch here. They will do the double switch. So they will, actually, no, they won't, because then they'll just pinch hit for if need be. Nope. So they'll just make it straight up, because they will probably bring in the closer if Rogers can do his JOB. So, all right. So here is Taylor Rogers as he finishes his warm-up. And he will face Freddie Freeman. There's a chance to put the Braves ahead with 1 swing of the bat. 3-3, and he gets hit. And the umpire deems it not to be intentional, so the bases are loaded for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th. And here is Matt Kempett with the fans on their feet. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 6-10, oh, and he just missed. Fly ball to shallow center. That is put away by Rosario. And the fans go groaning. In the bottom of the 8th, the Braves leave them loaded, and we go to the top of the 9th with the score, the Twins 2 and the Braves nothing. let's see here. Don't. All right, we will bring in Jason Hirsch to pitch against Grossman, then a pinch hitter, and then the top of the order in Dozier. Excuse me while I find my... All right, so Hirsch is a right-hander. Let me put that on there. All right, and that will turn Grossman around to the left-hand side. 1-5, and that's a free pass. So he walks Grossman, and that will bring up a pinch hitter, as Rogers is also a C-bunter. They will have Miguel Sano come out to try to extend the lead if they can do it. Okay, so Rogers, so we'll have a... All right, so here is Miguel Sano. 6-3 against a righty. Against Hirsch, that's a walk. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Okay, so that puts runners on first and second. And we don't really care about his run, so we'll let Sano run. And here is Dozier. They are not holding on either runner, so Hirsch is going to pitch here. 1-6, and that's a triple to 1. And that's a 9. So that's a fly ball to medium deep center field. And that's the first out of the inning. And here's Jorge Polanco. 5-6 against the lefty. And that's a base hit to center field. Now, they weren't holding the runners on, so that means that Grossman goes to a 13. Center field, that's Enciarte. He's a -3, so that's 1-10. I mean, 50-50. Molitor and the third base coach says send them. It's a 50-50 chance they're going to run on Enciarte. And he is out at the plate. I only tried to get aggressive. So Enciarte throws to the catcher. And that's 2 away with runners on first and second. And here is Joe Mauer. And Hirsch is tired. So they'll let him try to finish the inning. So he is tired at this point because he's relief 1 like most of the pitchers are. 6-7 lefty. Base hit. Run scores. He goes to third, and that'll be it for Jason Hirsch. And they will go with Chaz Rowe to try to stop the bleeding here. Okay, so 6. So we got 2 outs thanks to some maybe questionable base running decisions. But all right, here's Rowe against Plouffe. 4-10, and he struck him out to end the inning. But the Twins add 1 big run as Joe Mauer singles home the 3rd run of the game. And after 8.5, it is the Twins 3 and the Braves nothing. And they will bring out Brandon Kinsler, the closer, to try to finish this one off. And here is Nick Markakis, then Garcia, and then the pitcher spot. So we'll have to get, they will have Jeff Francoeur come up as he's their next to last position player. 5-2, that's the Dozier at second. That's a 15. Is that in range? Yes, it is. Markakis over on the grounds on the Dozier over to first, and that's one away. Let me get Kinsler's particulars here. All right, and here is Adonis Garcia, and they will have Jeff Rancour in the on-deck circle. 3-6 against a righty. That's a fly ball to medium deep center field. Rosario has it, and that's 2 away. And here is the pinch hitter, Jeff Rancour. Okay. And that'll be a righty-righty matchup for 9, and the game will not end here. Base hit for Francoeur, and that brings up A.J. Pierzynski. 2-8. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. He goes the short way to end the game, and that's a winner for the Twins. So, the game ends with the Twins shutting out the Atlanta Braves 3-0. In a game that Ervin Santana pitched his heart out. And we'll go over the particulars just for the pitching staff. Ervin Santana started, he went, looks to be 7 2/3. He got pulled after giving up 2 hits and with 2 outs. And then Taylor Rogers, after hitting Freddie Freeman, finished off the job with Matt Kemp, getting him to fly out with the bases loaded. And then Brandon Kinsler pitches a scoreless 9th for the save. Santana will get the win. He went 7 2/3, giving up 5 hits. He struck out 3, and the only batter that he walked was the intentional walk in the 5th to get to the pitcher. So the 1 walk will do it. Joel De La Cruz went 5 after he was lifted for a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 5th when the Braves had a rally. So he went 5. He will get the no decision. The loss will actually go to Eric O'Flaherty, who gave up the 2-run homer to Trevor Plouffe in the top half of the 6th. And the Twins added on a run for good measure. Back-to-back walks by, actually it's Jason Hirsch would have had the back-to-back walks. He got the first out, and then he gave up back-to-back hits. The first hit, they tried to score Grossman from second, but he was thrown out at the plate by Ender Inciarte. However, Joe Mauer scores when Miguel Sano walked. He scores from third on a Joe Mauer single. That made it 3-0, and that's your final. So the Braves move to 51-68. There is one more game in this series against the Braves, and then I will do a abbreviated Twins Week in Baseball. The next series is against the Kansas City Royals. Excuse me while I get the binder, and I will tell you that the Royals, I believe, now come to, or the Twins go to Kansas City. The next game that will be played on I'll give the next 2, will be game 122 with Jose Barrios versus Edinson Volquez. And then the Tigers come to town for the next series, and they play a 3-game set. And the game after that will be Daniel Norris against, once again, Jose Barrios. So you'll be seeing a lot of Jose Barrios. Maybe I'll make that a different game. Who knows? Maybe the Tigers game will be subject to change, maybe because I don't want to see Barrios 2 times in a row. So we'll see. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and then click the bell icon. You'll be notified when new videos come out. And please hit the like button. And whatever games you are playing in this start to summer, may your games be lively and your games be good. Have a good day, everybody.